Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm CashMMT here, and tonight we've got ourselves a banger here over in the ESEA intermediate division here. We got season 56 here, match number 7 coming up here for the Saltcrew, as they've got a good opponent for us tonight, JiggarPEEK here, going head to head. So definitely getting to the midway point in the season here, meaning that these wins here are even more beneficial for trying to make those playoff dreams come to life here. So I expect that to be really reflected in the play here tonight though, but who knows? Time will tell for us all. But currently coming into this one here, the record standing for Saltcrew is actually 3 wins and 3 losses. They were able to pick up a win this week as well, so they've currently on a little bit of a heater here, a little bit of momentum working for them as they come into tonight's game, trying to turn that into a 2-game win streak. On the flip side though, the opponents, JiggarPEEK here, they've played 6 matches as well, but unfortunately they haven't gone quite the way that they were hoping here at 2-4 with a 3-game loss streak currently. Is their confidence being tested? That's the question on my mind here. Will Saltcrew be able to just slide in and take advantage of all these factors in effect here for us? Time's gonna answer us all here, but it looks like it shouldn't be too much longer till we get the show on the road. We're having some server issues going on here, so sorry for all those delays, but hang tight. You won't want to miss it. You don't go anywhere. Coming into the action here, the vetoes are in, the maps have been chosen, and Anubis, the new kid on the block here, really not super new, but you know what I'm trying to say here. Some changes done here, a few teams kind of avoiding it, a few teams really trying to take advantage of it here. It seems that Saltcrew kind of on the opposite side there. They're looking to farm on a map like Anubis. And unfortunately coming in a little bit late here, it looks like a dominant 5 versus 2 in this pistoling round here for Saltcrew, as it gets even more dominant with a follow-up kill from Shake as he makes it 3. We were able to chime in just at the end of all these things here for his squad. 1 kill in the 1 versus 5, but Fuzzy Hat just gonna blow his head off there with a nice little shot to the noggin there, and Saltcrew on the board, wasting no time here on this CT side of Anubis. I haven't really played the new Anubis too much to know how CT versus T-sided it is, but back in the day here, Anubis historically one of the most T-sided maps really that's ever existed. So every single CT side round that Saltcrew can get in early on here could be beneficial for them here, but the MP7 buy coming out here, MP9 with the old in with the new here, Saltcrew not afraid of the changes, as we even get an XM push here out of Shake here, coming right down through mid. No actions to be found as mid spam coming through out of these Desert Eagles from JiggarPEEK, but But just the 4 Desert Eagles here, you'd have to think that Saltcrew have a big advantage in the firepower department, and indeed, that sidearm there of HSN failing him as he falls to the XM. However, double swinging in, hot swoop, unable to get the clean kill and gets punished for it. So 1D lands. Gunk though, clearing out canals here with a kill of his own, but he's given up the B bomb site in the process as JiggarPEEK. Where is that bomb? Why has it not gone down? I'm not sure, but it might not even matter if they can keep getting kills like this. Cherry Boy swinging out, popping another dome there, and low HP for these T's. Sure, it might be a 3 versus 3, but some liabilities, and Fuzzy Hat, he is not one of them. Another kill for his squad. Cherry Boy, though, doubling up here, but it's going to have to be the quad kill in the 1 versus 2, and with 35 seconds on the clock, no bomb and low HP, all the odds stacked up against him. Gunk's position known about here, but there's just so many options, so many angles to have to deal with, and Gunk has relocated, catches his opponent, clearing out an angle. Definitely not half bad of a round there from JiggarPEEK, given the investment they put into it, but at the end of the day, the round wins are what matter, and Saltcrew, with 2 players alive, they find the 2-0 beginning. But we're seeing the AKs, here they come. The real deal is upon us here, and with the MP7 still in effect, the lower tier weaponry is going to look to be recycled here from Saltcrew, given that their finances definitely aren't on the strongest point there. And one of those few rifles that they have goes for a fight, but bites off more than he can chew as Shake there, spotting out 3 players in the front of his eyes there. Doesn't find anything, and on the other side of the map, Suffer as well, losing his life. But Gunk, clawing back 1 here in the 3 versus 5s, make things at least approachable here. And now Fuzzy Hat, the mid-round warrior, it feels like in these starting 3 rounds here, has found another crucial, critical kill here when his team needs him. Started off smooth. Started off so bright here from JiggarPEEK, but now wondering, where have we gone wrong? I'd say mentally, I would rather be in Saltcrew's position here in this 3 versus 3. Even that JiggarPEEK just gave back those 2 frags, but still plenty of time to toy with, and JiggarPEEK looking to cut their losses and just walk out of mid and loop back around towards B. There's been a reaction out of Saltcrew to really take 1 player off this bomb site here and set him over towards CT spawn in case these T's start to push through. Long story short there, temporarily weakened sight if they can silently walk in here as just the shotgun posted up there in con. But the longer and longer that this takes, more and more these alarm bells are going to go off, and right on cue, Gunk saying, hey, if they're not over mid here at 20 seconds, they got to be going into sight, and rotates away. The side flank out of hot soup executes Cherry Boy there as Surreal. They will get the kill back. Oh my god, there's a mid lurk here at 10 seconds, and Fuzzy Hat isn't even punished for it. That's the whole point of the play there from Scion X there, and he can't even get the kill that he's looking for, as it leaves Surreal all alone in the 1 versus 2. And they know he was the planter. Only so many spots he could have gone. It's either con or outside B, and by the process of elimination, Gunk, he's gotten out of sight, but no trade potential here, and now it's going to be a straight 1 versus 1. Fuzzy Hat, though, duels up, and unfortunately, a swing and a miss, and Surreal. A Surreal 1 versus 2 for his squad there, as that round was so back and forth there. An immediate 5 versus 3 created into an unfortunate 1 versus 2 post plant there, but still, even with the odds stacked against them, they spin it back. Now having lost 3 players in that second round is really going to be felt here. The finances a little bit lopsided here, and to try and even them out here, Saltcrew is just going to go for a full buy as they look to get it all on the same money level, at least proceeding forward. A singular MP7, 2 M4s. That's about all she wrote here. As the arsenal of Saltcrew. Try and steal 1 away. A lot of bodies clumping up outside of A. JiggarPEEK looking to test the water on this right side of the map here. Suffer posted up with that SMG here. At least beyond the pistol here, but the MP7 fails them there. Just damage into Surreal. Down to 1 HP, but that damage meaningful as Fuzzy Hat's grenade there. Let's finish the job. And it's a swing out of Shake. The P250, it finds 1 and even a little bit of damage onto Cherry Boy. the bomb down. GUNK, he's got a defuse kit here. Time is of the essence, and clearing out under sight. There's no cover fire, and we're just a sitting duck. Hot Soup as well. Taking out the cover fire man, preceding it, and Cherry Boy now in a 1 versus 3 will have to pull the clutch of his own. Bomb tapped, a reaction coming through, but GUNK, knowing that here, holds the angle and just pops him. It's a nice 1D to put some style points on the end of that round here, and Saltcrew, a little bit of a misstep in the last round. Doesn't matter, they move on and just proceed forward as they pick up the 4th here. Tight margins, however, those margins absolutely favoring the Saltcrew CT side here, and now an opportunity for them to try and build up an economy. It feels like it's a spot here that JiggarPEEK maybe should be deploying a timeout here and actually going for a force buy, given how low and weakened the foundation of money for Saltcrew is, but it's a lot easier to see these things when you can see every single player's money leveled throughout outside of the server, and JiggarPEEK going for the more reserved approach here to get the AKs out sooner rather than later. And now that I kind of think it through a little bit more here, I mean, JiggarPEEK, they took out 3 in that second round here. Made it competitive, and right on cue there, GUNK re-swinging from the same spot that he showed himself earlier on, knowing that he's up against eco frags, perhaps influencing his decision. But the flashbang doesn't quite catch anyone, and a clinical shot coming through from Cherry Boy as another warning shot tags the side of Fuzzy Hat over here towards mid. And with all this commotion in the center of the map, a player's just walked out B. Oh my god, Hot Soup somehow able to react. Sionex felt like he had a dead to rights. That's the second time we've seen a great play coming through from him, but just not able to put up the frag. Hot Soup as well, and finding a second, that is so much more than he is worth there, given the fact that pretty much got flanked from the side there, walking out through B. But Suffer, he's got to get this kill right this second, and right on a silver platter, he dishes it out. Even a follow-up kill as Surreal has to reveal himself in the 1 versus 2. Still though, he's been in this spot before. He pulled it off last time, and with 100 HP, he's actually healthier than these combined two, the first, the second. And JiggarPEEK again, the same situation in the 1 versus 2, posted up in the post plant down towards Khan, and JiggarPEEK, you need to give Surreal a raise. Those 2 clutches for him. And well, no buy, no problem there. The Desert Eagles proving to be lethal for this T side here as they're able to double up. It's kind of the same situation here for Saltcrew that it was a couple rounds ago here. A couple players having money to buy, a couple players kind of needing to save, so everyone just buying down to 0 here. Get a little bit of a reset in. Some utility being poured into B, a pick to show for it. It was just a distraction as the real attack heading over towards A. Suffer as well. Not able to put up any numbers here. Suffers on that A hit here, and JiggarPEEK looking poised here to tie it up at 3-3. The bomb light years away. Someone dropped it back here. But better late than never, and Real right on this low HP to hold down these extremities, hold down these flanks. Just gonna get a ticket to the afterlife, as I actually think I would have liked to seen Fuzzy Hat save that AK there. As he kind of runs into the domain of HSN, just holding the angle, knowing he's coming from that direction. But GUNK wiser to it here. Knows he's got an expensive gun in his hands here. Runs away to save, and JiggarPEEK let this one quietly come to an end here as they tie things up. I feel like Anubis is one of those maps that, like, it's still not quite solved 100% like Inferno or like Mirage, something like that here. I just feel like it gives a lot of room for these very competitive games. It's very hard to be extremely dominant at this level here. Or at least seeing that here in the first 6 rounds here. Both teams really feeling like they had a shot in every single round that they've played here. And what I'm going at here with this one, it's really unclear of who's got the edge here so far in Anubis, at least in this first half. Definitely a 2-round game here. 6 more rounds to play out here. Who will be the victor of them here as, wow, some aggression outside of A here in the save round from Saltcrew. They push through A, finding out nothing here, and if they're not A, they're certainly B, as it is confirmed with that bomb going down. HSN, first blood onto Hot Soup there. Trying to weasel his way out of the smoke there and get a cheeky kill. No luck. Oh! Everyone's blind. You're blind. Suffer's blind. Gunk's blind. And HSN on a farm sesh. Cleaning up those last three. My favorite type of frags. Eco frags, baby. And looked hungry for them. And through the trials and tribulations here, JiggarPEEK, trailing by 2 rounds at one point at the start of this game here, have found the way to take the lead. No reason to panic quite yet here for the Saltcrew. Still lots of life left in the server, and with a flush, fancy 5M4 buy here. Maybe this is where they can do their best work as, oh, Flames definitely torching up Shake there as it doesn't quite get around the corner in time. They're taking about 60 points of flak. Fuzzy Hat as well, eating an HE to the face for about 30. The boost is actually in a right spot here. The timing couldn't be any worse. Shake flashes in right as Surreal drops off it. Counter-Strike timing in the finest. And Fuzzy Hat, all the merrier. He picks up the first kill of round number 8. The reswing, though, from Fuzzy Hat. He's going to offer up a kill. And in the 4 versus 3, such risky plays coming through from Shake to go back in. He goes down there. That could have been a 3 versus 3 there for JiggarPEEK, but forcing the issue just works out tenfold. And Hot Soup keeping his head on a swivel there. Actually gets both of the concluding frags over on this left bomb site. There you have it. I was saying it's been hard to get these dominant rounds through, and Saltcrew just having success over towards mid, having success over towards B. They shut out JiggarPEEK there and tie it right back up. The AKs again, though. Very resilient from JiggarPEEK, their money management. Definitely on point. The T side, definitely a little bit more elastic, a little bit more forgiving in losing a round here and there. And oh my god, GUNK. What a clinical shot coming through here. I think I've said that a couple times here, and GUNK again. Death by body shots as he sprays away Sherry Boy. And well, round over before it even started here. The smoke wall actually allows a little bit of a tunnel from HSN there to flank the connector player. But without finding anything else to show for it here, I mean, it's just all too little too late, it seems, as Surreal in the 1 versus 4 will execute one, but without the bomb in his possession, he's got to loop around and just get it. 2 CTs posted up on it, and Fuzzy Hat holding down the option of flanking around through B here, catches him red-handed, and Surreal. It's not meant to be. A couple clutches for him, at least up to this point, but that one definitely asking too much there. This whole crew back on the throne. Been a very fast-paced game here. Fuzzy Hat and Shake, though, topping the scoreboards, though, at 10 and 5 apiece there. See if they can continue putting up these multi-frags for their squad. Footsteps being heard. Shake will be reporting this over towards A. You can see that a preemptive Molotov comes in, but Shake, he comes charging down through B here on his lonesome, and HSN catching him there. Sherry Boy as well on the elevated position towards the table. It's a nice headshot there, removing the only A player, but with the grenade back from Fuzzy Hat, maybe this 3 versus 4 is doable. Missed shots from Fuzzy Hat, however, the re-aggression, no misses there as the headshot lands, and Sherry Boy dusted. And has this deterred JiggarPEEK here from even wanting to go over towards A? I mean, there's been a lot of rotations coming through. How open is that other side of the map? You can see here at home, nobody playing the site here, and that's going to be enough cause for a player to start rotating away and not shying away from the sound as well here. Flash is going to be heard in Fuzzy Hat. That's all he needs to trek away. But back out towards A. The double fake. Triple fake at this point here. I've lost count of how many times they've gone the other way. But Saltcrew, they bite here. Hook, line, and sinker here. And now positionally, this absolutely favors JiggarPEEK, regardless of having lower HP. The first kill is what matters the most here. Fuzzy Hat seemingly wanting to lead the charge here. Soup coming in second. He has his crosshair in the right spot. However, unable to control the spray and get the kill. GUNK though in the 1 versus 3. He's got low HP players in front of him and takes out 2. Drops in, reloading though, and on site. Rear is patiently hiding. Reveals the ace up his sleeve there and going for the bomb. GUNK can't quite pull it off. And another one coming down to the wire here. The scoreline reflecting it at 5-5, and almost feels fitting that a 6-6 would be due for us here, but an opportunity for one of these squads here to try and take the lead here if they can close out these final 2 rounds. The lead for the half, that is, let me clarify. Regardless, still in my mind here, this is a heavily T-sided map here, and with 5 rounds here, this is so beneficial as I just keep yapping away as 2 players go down for the price of 1 here for Saltcrew. And speaking of doubles, Fuzzy Hat swinging out towards mid, just a bloodbath everywhere. The B players having success, mid players having success. The push through A leads to a kill as well, and Saltcrew, everyone hitting that kill feed. And trying to end the half off on the right foot here. Trying to get the elusive 7-5. Saltcrew, one opportunity to do so, and they're up against their kryptonite though here. JiggarPEEK, 1 for 2 on these pistol rounds, and we're close on the second one as well here. Just got Kevlar in these upgraded guns here. 2 players spotted out over towards mid. Another one spotted out towards the bottom of stairs, and combined with Shake here. Hatsu able to get up 2. Assist to get his teammate 2, and Shake a 3rd kill. Just adding another one to the tally. His 13th frag of the half here. It's been competitive up to this point here. A little bit of a fizzle out at the tail end of this half here. JiggarPEEK seeming like they're going to be walking away with 5. Assuming HSN doesn't pull off the impossible. Tech 9 in a dream. 72 HP, 5 players to find, and he is absolutely boxed in over here, over towards A. Contact made, flank's gonna be activated, rotates come in, and it just gets on hard mode, even more so for HSN, and just too many options to have to worry about. Trying to bring a fight to the Heaven player. He's gonna be caught there by Fuzzy Hand, and the final kill of the half goes to the top frag there of Saltcrew. A 2-round buffer zone here. They were the victors of that last pistol round. Saltcrew trying to keep it at 100% win rate in these first rounds. A smoke, 2 smokes, my apologies. 2 flashes. Now, a lot of players heading over towards B, at least for Saltcrew. Got a Molotov and smoke as well, and with a 3-player setup here, maybe there's some damage to be had from JiggarPEEK in the sight hole. Flashed off the angle. Sherry Boy takes one to the dome. Still kicking though on 20 HP as a trade has to happen over here towards mid. Cyanex, 1 and done. Is it all a fake? It seems it is. Locking those 3 players in towards that B bomb site. Running down the A player. It is just textbook Counter-Strike coming through here. Fake the site you don't want to go for. Pull the rotations. Hit it while it's weak. And Saltcrew just gobbling up the fruits of their labor as JiggarPEEK has to shuffle over into them, into their setups. And rear. A 1 versus 3 for it all here. Only 3 kills to his name. He'd have to double his entire frags to this point here. And with no defuse kit, even if these 3 kills came through this second, I don't even think he could get on the bomb here and take care of business. Duels coming out here. The swing! And GUNK says, give me that. So it makes it another multi-frag for him. Saltcrew up to 8. I don't want to say it, but feels like some serious runaway potential here for Saltcrew here as they're up against an eco here. It's like a chance to expand to that 9-5 scoreline here and really just keep the morale low on the side of JiggarPEEK as well. They're trailing. They weren't able to start off on the right foot here in the second half, and are things just getting out of reach for JiggarPEEK. These are the thoughts. They're definitely fighting off for the time being, but however, this will quell those thoughts coming through as Surreal. Nice 1D coming through. Fuzzy Hat, the MP7 specialist. To get 1, able to get 2, and suffered. Actually, him hitting the kill feed there with 2 of his own. He even plants the bomb right after. Still a third man hiding here on site, but it's no problem here as Fuzzy Hat eventually finding that second that I was referring to. I felt it. I knew it was coming, and hell, don't stop at 2. Make it 3 there as a hat trick coming through as well. The old full house out of Fuzzy Hat and Suffer. The old 3-2 coming through from them. And pile driving through this second half. Here comes the full buy though. The real test upon Saltcrew here, and technically speaking, with 5 M4s up against 3 SMGs here, there already is a little bit of an advantage here for JiggarPEEK in the 5 versus 5. Ooh, grenade coming through, rushing in and trying to just set up a bait there, it felt like there for Sherry Boy, but Hot Soup, he sniffs it out there, clears the left-hand wall, doesn't run down the right-hand guy, and it's all the better for it. Shake, oh my god, I thought he was going to get the second kill there. Still walks away with damage on HSN and spots out where one of these 2 remaining CTs are in the 2 versus 3. Off the intel, 1 player max can really stop the plant here. These odds are enough to stick it, and Saltcrew now putting the time crunch on these CTs, and no defuse kit. I'm going to sound like a broken record. There's no chance this 10-second stick is ever coming through here. Just by staying alive, Saltcrew have won. Double digits obtained. 100% win rate through this T side as well. JiggarPEEK. What more do they have left in the tank? They're going to have to dig deep at this point. They need one of these saved rifles here to get a multi-kill in this follow-up round, or it's going to have to be flawless from that 5-11 scoreline. And you can't blame Suffer for trying to hunt down those players here. If he could take away one of those CT rifles, would have drastically weakened the buy in this round, but no success there. HSN able to survive. And actually going for it here. JiggarPEEK realizing that their opportunities to really get back into this scoreline are just so limited, and they're just gonna go for it here with a full buy, and Surreal, oh my god, through the mid-air there, plants his feet in time and gets a kill for it. That's 2 rounds in a row that he pretty much pulled it off. However, gets naded out for it. There is a second player that dropped down, so if a player pushes through the smoke, it's going to be a death sentence. However, all the wiser for it, or are they? Oh, that smoke's amazing there. A little bit of a one-way, and Cyonex get the frag. JiggarPEEK. Just as I started to count them out here. Pull off a nice little tactic, a nice little play there to get 2 frags outside of B. However, this is one of those plays that works really only one time in a map here. Sure, it caught Saltcrew off guard in this round here, but they're not really going to be falling for it yet again. GUNK, though, I'm not sure how this has happened here. I missed the details of it, but gets a Molotov down, and now in the 1 versus 3, he's able to isolate 2 players running through a choke point. However, Sherry Boy slides in, gets the trade, and denies any further damage. So you're saying there's a chance, a lifeline granted to JiggarPEEK here. It's a risky investment. Does pay dividends. But no time to celebrate. Still trailing by 4, and money has absolutely been piled up here for Saltcrew as the rebound buy definitely inbound. Got an XM coming out here onto Shake as well. Take note of that there. The old auto shotty on the T side. Curious to see how he works his magic. And well, we're focused on the shotgun. We should be focused on GUNK's AR capabilities, and a first blood drawn over towards mid. The shotgun at range there, combining with Hot Soup to take out one of these B defenders. Sherry Boy in the fadeaway. Does at least put up some numbers for the B defense here, but pushed out of the sight here in the 3 versus 4. Things just getting better and better, and Shake. Alright, buddy. Maybe I should be using the XM. You might know something I don't as. Oh, God. Things go a little bit nasty there on the rifle. Keep the shotgun out. Confirmed. Still, jokes aside there. A round-winning play there from Shake there, finding these 2 frags and damage into the 3rd. Sherry Boy feeling like he's got to make a move here with the scoreline. Decides against saving the op. Goes in and eats his demise. Hot Soup leaving no survivors there, and Saltcrew on the verge of match point. That's what I was kind of referring to there. The double push one-way smoke there. It was flashy in the one round that JiggarPEEK pulled off there, but beyond that, it's very, very counterable if they know about it here, and not able to run it in back-to-back rounds here. The default, the spread out crew here is just picked apart by Saltcrew. Pun intended, I guess. And looking to keep that fast pace up here. Saltcrew are already splitting in towards this B bomb site, and with one player sitting around pillar, it just feels like a matter of time until it falls. Over a reaction over through mid here. There has been a smoke down here, and pushing out through is going to activate it. 2 players coming on through. Shake having to turn his head around here is caught off guard, and GUNK off the back of it as well will fall victim. Doesn't seem like this is going to be the match point round, or is it? Bomb being carried through the center of the map here, and Fuzzy Hat hearing a bunch of players run around. The flash is going to miss, and Fuzzy Hat taking advantage. The double swing coming in, and oh my God, HSN. What a transfer coming through. Just shut that one out. Shut that one away. Another lifeline granted. Another heartbeat coming through from JiggarPEEK there, and it's 7-11. Still trying to deny match point to Saltcrew, but money. The first time. A little bit of shambles here for Saltcrew, as they are going to go for a save. Their first save of the half. And Shake, committed to the XM, buys Kevlar shotgun here, and gets a deagle as well. Telling him, go kill, I guess. Shake knowing that if he can get some frags on it, it's a $900 kill reward bonus. It'll pretty much pay for itself. He can get 2 frags, and okay, at range there, he even gets some damage and kind of pushes CyanX away. Gets tagged up even further and on 30 HP. These are some woes now for JiggarPEEK. What a shot from GUNK there. A headshot. Overkill into the low HP player in rear. What are you looking at? Communication that they're pushing up over towards mid, and just blindsided standing at the pillar there. Goes down for free. Sherry Boy and CyanX though able to get 2 back here, and that will now leave them in contention because of it. But pretty much revealed that at least one player is over towards CT spawn. I guess it's a given that the fact that the bomb is down. How is it in this position? At least a little bit of time to play with here, and the smoke is not going to be there forever. Some patience coming through from Saltcrew as they even set up a flank out of the 3rd player. Leaving nothing up to chance. It's going to have to be some swift shots coming through from Surreal and CyanX, and after hearing that flank from behind, Hot Soup drops it. 1 versus 2. So close there as CyanX on 2 points of health. And oh my God. What a streak it's been here at JiggarPEEK. They found a way to come alive here. late in their CT side. One player survives. Money kind of still a little bit in shambles here. Saltcrew spending a little bit more than they would have liked here. Prevents them from getting the AKs in the follow-up round. So this time, we'll continue to build more funds here. Tech 9's across the board here, and it seems like a rush over towards that A-bomb site. We really haven't tested the defense at all to this point here, and with utility in hand, Shake gonna get a few shots off towards the pillar, man. Just sticking the plan, and Shake, just ruthless, relentless, charges in, and Cyanex is dead. Suffer as well, a kill to show for it. Does get traded out though, and rear in Surreal. Now all of a sudden get 2 kills. Hot Soup though, 1 trade back here. Sherry Boy silencing him away, and Buzzy Hat, the heavy hitter here of Saltcrew in the 1 versus 2, but the grenade. It locks into his position, slam dunks him away, and JiggarPEEK. The show goes on at 9-11. Tension brewing. You can feel it in the server here in Saltcrew. Gonna try and remove a little bit of that tension here with a tactical timeout. Actually, we got a player disconnecting here. Hot Soup. Disconnected? No. Hopefully nothing too serious going on there. But Shake, 20 and 14. Fuzzy Hat, 11. I'm sorry, 21 and 11. Seeing backwards there. Surreal as well, though, for JiggarPEEK. Even though he's in the middle of the scoreboard there, it feels like those 18 frags that he's had a lot of impact come through. HSN as well, another standout player in my mind for JiggarPEEK. But all in all, other than those top fraggers, it's been pretty team-oriented up to this point. Still no Hot Soup. Unlucky. That's alright, though. I do kind of hate when this happens, though, at least from when I used to play. It kind of takes you out of the game a little bit here if you're having technical issues. You're now focused on trying to get back in, restarting. A little bit of a distraction here, but I'm sure Hot Soup will recover just fine. And if anything, it kind of stifles the momentum of JiggarPEEK. Things have been going pretty right for them in these last 5 rounds, winning 4 of them. They get rid of technical timeouts? I don't know. I guess that one was pretty fast, though. Still no Hot Soup, though. Running out of timeouts. A little bit scary. Oh. Got another player in. So Hot Soup out. Got ourselves Kiwi coming in here. So maybe it is some serious technical issues, and I actually did not even know you could swap a player mid-game like this. I thought it could only be at halftime, as I learned something new. So the HUD's going to be a little bit messed up here. Sorry for the 6 players here. The ghost of Hot Soup will be left in there. Will they operate on the same level? Hot Soup been a critical player, it feels like. Playing some anchor positions, and oh, Cherry Boy finding some unarmored opponents right in front of him here. Mows away too, and seek around this round, feeling like it's over before it even started now. The rifles coming in secondarily here, and Suffer at least tallying up 1. Fuzzy Hat as well chiming in here, but is it too little too late in the 1 versus 3? Decides on rotating back around and gets a solo fight here with HSN, but with the lack of Kevlar, he gets aim punched up, and JiggarPEEK, against all odds, have hit double digits. If you weren't feeling the tension before, I'm sure as hell you're feeling it now as Saltcrew, the safety net they had, shriveled up. And again, it's going to be another save here. We might be spending a little bit too much money here, as this is like the third 4 spy like this that we've seen in the last 4 or 5 rounds. But maybe third time's the charm here, and the Tech 9 is going to at least step over the first hurdle and the second. Shake just running and gunning there. Takes down the 2A defenders that have absolutely nothing to show for in this side, and in the post plant 5 versus 3, how in the world are JiggarPEEK ever going to get back into sight? The smoke will buy a little bit of space, but it's going to work against them here, as now they've gotten out, but how do they get through the smoke that they threw down? And Shake just continuing to be a force to be reckoned with. He gets a 4th kill there. That's the quad kill. Will just push his team into match point. Saltcrew can thank him for that one. The double entry coming in towards A. Gets in the post plan and plays off the back of the smoke for even another double. What a move there from Shake there. Showing that he can do it not only on the auto shotty, but the rifle as well. 2 opportunities to put the nail in the coffin here for Saltcrew to avoid any extra rounds here. JiggarPEEK. Credit where credit's due. It's been amazing to see them hit up the double digits here, but this is where they fall short. GUNK able to find the first, transfers over to HSN, but denied the follow-up kill here as we simplify down to the 4 versus 4. HSN wondering if anyone else is lurking behind this A main smoke. Reveals nothing, and will that actually push a rotate over towards B? You see a little bit of a reaction over towards mid, and as utility starts pouring in, Surreal and Sherry Boy will have to do the damage. 2 kills before going down. However, the mid lurk does net 1, and Kiwi, the stand-in, lands a critical shot there into HSN through the corner of the wall. They even slip out into the post plant. The front and back being watched here. Sion X, it feels like 1 kill maximum is best case scenario in a setup like this, but bomb tapped, attention turned, and swing comes in, shut down right then and there as Suffer gonna gobble up that 13th round. Saltcrew getting it done there. 23 rounds, getting a little bit dicey at the end of things, but who cares? A win's a win, improving their season standings up to a 2-game win streak and at 4-3 here. But definitely a very fun match to get to watch there. It really felt like JiggarPEEK was really only in that as well, off the back of some big clutches in that first half there and some big moments in the second half. So definitely some standout players on their squad here, but Saltcrew proven they are the real deal here. And we might be able to run down a player here for an interview here. So hang tight here. We'll have a little bit extra for you. Don't go anywhere as I get this player in here. Be right back.
Passed up, I don't wanna give you everything. Passed on, I wanna give you everything you need. Passed up, cause you didn't see it on the screen, on the TV. Yeah, it's green on the other side. If you want another bride, saying that you got it tight, something that you'll never find. Hey, another life, you gon' want another try, something like the other night, looking for another high. Hey, expensive taste like a movie. Eyes only looking for the beauty. They don't wanna go if they know me. Maybe missing out an opportunity.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm joined here with the MVP, GUNK himself there after a really great game of Anubis for us. So tell me, GUNK, how do you think that one played out for you, and how do you think the squad did?
Hey, thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I think we definitely left a lot of rounds on the table. We went into the match, you know, just ready to show a better showing than we did last time. We went on Anubis. We kind of skated by. So, I mean, we kind of did the same thing here, but a win's a win.
Yeah, fair enough. Like you're saying, a win's a win there, and that's actually a good point that you bring up there. It felt like you guys were kind of dominating, even though it didn't really show that. At 13 to
Mm-hmm.
10 score line.
Yeah.
A lot of
Sometimes it's like that. Yeah.
certainly. So it's pretty cool to hear you say that as well. So I mean, we're hitting the middle season of ESEA here. I mean, 4-3 here. How we feeling about the team's progress and the playoff dreams coming up down the road? I guess. I know it's a little bit away, but pick your brain
Yeah, so
there.
those I feel like I look at those two separate entities. I mean, like our
Fair.
progress is um let's say not what we would have hoped, but I mean we're kind of all on the same page, so it's not like we're differing in that fact. Like we're ready to show up and do our best to win. But as for playoffs, I mean we've made playoffs every season
Oh,
for the last however many, so that's definitely a goal of ours. And if we make playoffs, we consider the season a success. And the last few seasons with the changes of the playoffs, stamping your ticket, you never know. You can
true.
automatically advance if you get enough wins. So
Oh,
that's our goal.
yeah. Well, it's definitely looking good for y'all on par for that. But yeah, it's probably the right way to be approaching it there, separating them a bit like that. So I guess
For sure.
let me ask a little bit there. We had a little bit of a sub in there at the tail end of the game. What happened with that? I'm
Oh yeah,
curious.
yeah, yeah. Soup's just his internet dropped and then his Steam wouldn't connect. So we
Oh,
had our backup just
oh,
watching our game, and we are like, come on in, finish this out.
shout out to the backup. That's crazy. On call. Beautiful.
Yes, sir.
But I mean, those are kind of the main questions I kind of had there. I guess. Let me ask there. Are you guys more? Do you feel like let me ask one Anubis question for you there. I haven't really watched too much of it up to this point here, but do you think the map's more T-sided, more CT-sided than it was before, opposed to now? I guess can you fill me in a little bit there?
I think it's slightly more T-sided in terms of it gives the CT-sided in terms of it gives the CTs better opportunity to control canal, and then
Okay.
it kind of
Mm,
splits the map in half, and it really pressures having middle control. So
okay.
before it was so easy to just rush canal and take control of E-box. Now I feel like it's a lot harder.
Well, noted. I definitely saw that a couple times in the game now that you bring that up there. I guess let me ask one other round here and then we'll wrap it up here. There was like a round that they threw a little bit of like canals, like one way and double push through it. I don't think I've seen that play quite yet here where they were kind of like peeking up towards A long and they got a pick off of it. Did you guys spot that in the server at any point there, or am I just getting it?
I don't recall that, but I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, there's a lot of teams throwing different types of water and canal smokes to get it different angles, playing around McDonald and outside A. So, I
Mm,
mean, I could see that happening.
well, definitely check that one out there. I think it was the first CT side around. It was definitely a tricky play from
Sounds
them,
good.
but
Duly
I mean,
noted.
other than that, though, I'm kind of out of questions here for you, unless you want to say anything,
I
Gunk.
appreciate your time. No, it
Hey,
was a good game, and thanks for casting.
hey, thanks for having me. I'm rooting for y'all in the future. Good luck with the rest of the matches, but we'll call it a night then.
Appreciate it. Have
Thanks
a
for
good one.
everyone for tuning in. Take care.